Tomorrow, finally, the future is shortstop and catcher. Program is going to end, and we have a brand new one from the east to west coast all around the world. We're seeing doctors writing notes for grass allergies because people are staying inside to get maybe good cards. We'll see. We've had a couple reveals so far, which we're going to showcase today, but brand new program. Easy way to make stubs off if you guys are not going to want to miss this one. As always, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel. And let's go ahead and get real deep, real dirty into this one. So let's kick things off. Brand new boss reveal today. Honus Wagner in the Takashi Okazaki series. Seems like he finally found his colored pencils because we have a different background color here for Honus. And of course it is referential to, like the $1 million whatever card. I know Trout currently has the most expensive baseball card of all time. Good Lord, imagine being the one that potentially had the same card and, I don't know, was in your car and it bent or something. I don't know how I'd survive if I found out I had, like $1 million card, but my dog chewed it or some shit. Anyway, Honus Wagner, what to expect. Now, there's two routes this can go. 96 overall card, it seems like all of them are. Quick fact FAQ, how many are going to be able to choose? Two. Bet money on it. That's what the last program of 5 bosses you could do. And Honus Wagner, they could either give him like 75 power aside, or they could go the Ozzie Smith route and out of thin air miraculously, pull some power out of their ass. And versus righties, maybe he is, 60 power, and against lefties he has like 85, 90. So I don't know. They could make him more balanced or a bit more offset, but what is consistent with every Honus Wagner card, the speed, you could expect 99. Fielding, probably diamond out of the box with a blurry. A ton of secondaries, quicker to say the positions that he won't be able to play. That his contact as well is going to be rather high. So Honus Wagner, we know what to expect as far as every other peripheral. It's all on the power, which is not the end-all be-all. If he has 75 power, it doesn't make the card awful. It doesn't make it on F on the tier list, which is coming big and grand on Friday. We're going to have all the cards in the game tier list, so make sure, subscribe, get ready for that one. Stan the Man Musial. He's going to get a card. He's kind of the same way. We've seen more balanced stand cards. We've seen more platoon stand cards. Does not say the position. I would imagine this is going to be an outfielder with first base as well. They're not exactly the fastest cat in the litter. I wouldn't expect mind-blowing speed. If he has anything past 60, shut up and say thank you. But Stan, his swing is good. The card's usually pretty decent. The biggest complaint I've heard from the first 3 reveals is just that we're not getting a bunch of crazy names. We haven't seen a Griffey. It's been Stan Musial. It's been, Honus Wagner, he's a bigger name, but Raleigh Fingers. A lot of people also aren't, gratified just at the thought of that name, and I think he's going to be good. I think this card is going to have a better chance than maybe the Stan Musial of being on most people's teams. 4 pitches, he should have a sinker, a forkball. Usually good control as well, which is rare for a lot of those guys with the sinker forkball. And good per 9s at a 96 overall. I've really enjoyed his cards in the past, and I don't really expect this to be much different. So out of these 3, who do I think is going to be the best? Probably Honus. But we'll see. Stan could surprise me. That's the thing. We have not seen the attributes yet. We'll see him tomorrow when the program drops. But the readily apparent thing to anybody with 2 functional fucking eyes is that we have 3 Takashi Okazaki series cards right here. Piece that little bit of information together with the brand new pack that we saw featuring the Alfonso Soriano, the Bob Feather, everybody's favorite Ozzie Smith. It seems like there could be a Takashi collection coming rather soon. So I've been mulling around with the idea of another collection. We saw George Brett at the beginning of the month of June, and we saw, I think a week prior to that, we had the Takashi collection for Babe Ruth, which at the time, I think there was 9 cards. Yeah, I think there was 9 cards, then Babe being the 10th. And at that point, I wasn't sure if we were going to see many more Takashi cards. But now we got 5 last week. It seems like 5 this week as well. I would imagine at this point, I'm going to throw us a Devin Williams-esque circle change-up here. They're going to go consistent and give us 2 more Takashi Okazaki cards, which at that point, you got to imagine they're going to put out another collection reward. They'd be foolish. You know, are they in the business to make money or make people happy? Clearly, clearly not the latter. So that comes in mind a very good investment. Those Takashi Okazaki cards, such as the base round, right? Think about, you know, the Ozzie Smith, the Ivan Rodriguez of the world. Now, their quick sell value is at 10K. If you were to put in an order here, you're not really risking much, and have we seen in the past with these Always Intense packs, which was a fantastic investment. I made a bunch off Jorge Polanco, off Will Myers, cards that are good. Maybe I should say Eric Gagne is going to be a better investment here because he has gameplay purpose. Quick tip, if there's ever a good reliever, this goes from headliners, any pack. If there's a good reliever, it will gradually increase in value. With the face of the franchise, we saw it with Chapman. In headliners, we saw it with Rich Gossage. So those cards typically end up garnering more value as time goes on, not so much like their contemporaries. So Eric Gagne might be a bit of a better investment than a Ozzie Smith, who, believe it or not, has an earth-shatter. That must be a typo. I mean, I'm only at 72 PXP. Granted, you know, both the games froze, but damn it, the P5 grind for Ozzy is coming. And I will get it before the season's over. But I do think those are good investments. As far as everything else goes in the Takashi Okazaki series collection, Lord knows. I have about zero idea why these cards ended up increasing in value. The Babe Ruth is a good card, but you wouldn't think he's so good to the fact that he's going to propel upwards once we saw cheaper cards. I thought it was very clear we were going to get base tier cards that go for 12,000, something like that, that it's going to drive down the rest of them. And it's gradually going to decrease the price for Babe Ruth, which I guess in total it did to get 8 cards. It is cheaper than it was previously, but I certainly did expect these cards to go up. So if anything, that's just more reason play mini seasons, get your pack here, and just pray to God that it actually records your wins and losses. And then another thing to consider is we do have another tidbit here in the schedule. A little nugget that they bestowed on us, if I can find it. Surely it's somewhere here. There we go. Sizzling Summer Program. So I pretty much deciphered. Doesn't exactly take a Sherlock Holmes to get this one here. Question mark bosses. 5 classic flashbacks. No, they aren't bosses. Again, I think it's going to be 5 Takashi. Classic flashbacks, I think this is going to be past POTM cards. Past postseason cards, like we've seen before in the Henchman pack. I think we're going to see it right there. So again, if you guys are looking to get something like George Brett Dunn and those postseason cards, which go for a little bit, you know, looking at that collection there, might be something that you want to hold off on. Generally speaking, I would always say before a new program, just halt all operations. There's no need to, you know, go and get a bunch of cards because there's probably going to be cheaper ones. That's where I'm at for awards right now, is I don't want to spend, you know, like 50K for a Reggie Jackson that, respectfully, I'm never going to use. This guy is a Hall of Fame dust collector. Hoover's got nothing on this man. I don't want to do it, so I'm going to wait for cards in a future pack that's going to go for like 10K. My cheap bastard, hell, make Mr. Krabs look like a free spender. I'm stingy with my stubs here, but I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. So, that's pretty much my MO, my game plan. As far as what I'm going to do, I'm going to invest in some Takashi cards right here and start looking towards collections that I think is going to drop pretty much. Now, a collection card, again, for Takashi is going to come. We'll see. Easy thing to point at is Shohei Ohtani, right? You know, they made a Takashi card, that being him on the cover of the special edition. Are we going to see that at some point? Is that going to come in right here and then they kind of put Takashi cards to an end? It's tough to say. You know, I think that it is going to spell Takashi collection at some point. It just might not 100% be tomorrow. But I definitely think if you have these cards, don't sell them. I know they go for a lot right now, and Babe Ruth I still don't think is 100% worth it, because there's a world where Stan could be pretty close, and we just saw some other comparable outfielders that are both good, kind of on the Babe Ruth tier, but that's kind of where I'm at. Again, big program tomorrow. We have the Sizzling Summer coming in. We're going to have a video about it and stream a long time tomorrow. Twitch.tv/GomesDaLegend. Come in for your granted 18% increased pack odds. Again, not federally regulated, but we're working on it. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy. Let me know some predictions. I forgot to mention this, but a starting pitcher and outfielder seem realistic. Maybe a center fielder, but for sure a starting pitcher I think is a lock coming in for the other two bosses that we're going to see tomorrow. So, yeah. Leave a like down below. Subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks, out. Yeet.